this? Well, as the title says, we're going to be looking at EQ's second round exit. It was a semi-close affair, but their opponents came out on top in a sweep. The commentary from the booth is Team Anarchy just seemed to slightly wanted a little bit more, played cleaner, and pounced on the mistakes that EQ made. So yeah, we're going to look back and see exactly what went wrong here. Of course, I am. So we will be joined by others, so we may end up doing some backtracking here. I am streaming this directly to Discord, so that hopefully they can see it better than my stream. If basically Discord is delayed any, I'll just tell them to look at my stream. But in the interest of putting out 3-hour videos for 3 games. Well, we only got 2 games. That seems to be a recurring theme, is I am always missing the last game. Which makes me very, 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 very mad. But we'll get started on what we have. So this is kind of just like a little bit back and forth here, so. Yeah, so that's just, I know this is something the opponents did, but yeah. It's always just something to watch out of. This is, feels like someone should have called that, and I don't know if the call came in time. So, again, something the opponents did, but it's always something worth looking at. I can't believe I don't have game 3. I just need to turn auto replay on. Or autosave on. So gravity should, yeah. I think Grav should have been looking to hit, not Rizzo. And like the timing on this is just very weird. Cause like but he just basically turns off ball cam. Like I think the goal for Grav here should have been to hit not Rizzo. And just make sure to follow through on that. And that's like something it's hard to do in real time. But yeah. That's probably fine. So, yeah, like this will actually come back to bite EQ later. I feel like they should have put that away. But here we are. So yeah. Like even Grab's like run left that near side wide open. Kif just kind of missed that. That's unfortunately something you do have to put away. So I know why Midi's going. What's up, Kif?
Hello, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I figured this might be a little bit easier than watching the stream. God, I'm so mad I don't have Game 3.
I will try to find Game 3 for you.
There hasn't really been much though. Probably actually the one big point of contention. So we're in game 1. I don't know how far back I have to go. Oh yeah, we're there. Is the shot?
You know, I tried making that angle. I was like, I got this. I'm shooting it. You know, my team was like, okay, yeah, go for it. You know, I could feel them cheering me on in the back, and I just posted. You know,
yeah.
Full clanger, straight to the post.
Yeah, I know how that goes. Like, I mean, like the other thing, I did cover this, but like Grav has to make that hit too. I've been calling him not Rizzo because it's not Rizzo. Like he has to make that hit on the defender, and he just like switched off ball cam too. And it's like just watching this, like it's really weird. Because I feel like just taking off ball cam like made Gravity miss the hit. I don't think it really would have affected anything, but I think it. Well, I mean, it could have screened Skate slightly, but like, you know, it would have definitely thrown off the defensive rotation, and obviously the missed shot, like. Because basically, as the series went on, it's like, you know, each team had to get their score their clear cut chances, and that's kind of rough missing that.
Right.
Which in a way is funny because you never realize just how much goals are at a premium. Did you go off MIDI here?
Sorry, replay that? I'm still trying to find game 3.
Because it looks like he recovered pretty well after the bump and went after the ball.
Well, you know,
and I understand
failed the wave dash.
Yeah. I understand MIDI going for it too, because I would have charged if I saw you kind of not in a forward direction, especially after the hit. So I was just, this is more just like curious inquiry more than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, I tried saying that I was still on it. MIDI went through out of back post. You know, I probably didn't trust that I would still get there, which in full honesty, I trust his decision to go up there.
Okay.
But, you know, we ended up double committing on it, and we did recover.
Yeah. It wasn't too bad. I was just like, I was curious about that. Because it just felt like more of a miscommunication than anything.
I think it's just more of a trust. Like a trust thing.
Okay, so after Gravity launches this in, probably need to see from this end. Okay, so you steal, you go out. Your rotation's fine. Your rotation's fine.
Well, that's good. I'm glad my rotation.
Like, so this is just like, this is a boost you'll get out. Like, this is fine, and this is escape to the far side. Yeah. Okay, so MIDI's. Yeah. See, I'm trying to figure out how to fix this. Cuz like I think what you're going to do is going to be based on what MIDI's going to do. So like I understand here MIDI pulling out just and Gravity wins the challenge. You know what? This is probably going to help. Okay, so you knock it down. Okay, like MIDI pulls out. Yeah, MIDI should not be jumping there. So that's part of it. Okay, so like it. because like one of the things I wonder about is like why is no one there? Like you can't be up because you kind of rotated out.
I'm pretty sure no one was there because if I'm not mistaken, a shot was called. So no one was expecting a pass. So if we go to Gravity's point of view, you know, he wanted to shoot this.
Sure.
There's no doubt in my mind that he wanted to shoot that. But he sent it high.
Yeah.
And at that angle, Mitty can't go. Because that's going towards the left side, and I'm not far enough to go.
Right.
So Mitty can't go because that's just a bad challenge. There's no way Mitty's going to beat the person that's already jumped, and he's already a little bit further back. So if Mitty goes up now, then, you know, it's just going to put me in a third man, and I now need to do like a 1v2, 1v3. So I understand. I actually agree with Mitty not going up for this.
No, yeah, I know.
Because the position that he's in is just a really bad position to go for that. Flipping there, he probably did not need to do. He probably could have grabbed that left boost pad and then stuck a little in that circle.
Yeah. Like...
Because he saw me going back, and that's when he started going back.
I just... Okay. Yeah, because the thing is, and I know part of it's timing, but like, yeah, I don't think he needs to necessarily rush back, and that's sometimes a problem I have. Because then really he needs... See, the problem is, yeah, like really what he needs to do is just handbrake and be on this side of the hash.
Right.
Or of the whatever dividing line. Because I think if he's here, like that, I think I would feel more comfortable about it if he's here. And if he still can't get the ball, that's fine. But that might also like mess up the defense. The problem is he just kind of cut really, really wide. And like I just think I'm trying not to overanalyze this. I think he's better off if he's here. Just because if you're gonna try, I mean, even if you're just like slightly shaded to here, but if you're trying to like middle everything, like, you know, it's just you're better off, you know, being close here. Because like because if you save it, you can still go after the defender here because these two are coming back. But if it goes high and bounces out, you need to try and put it on. And then, you know, like it's not the greatest, but like, you know, you're kind of like you're kind of basically somewhere between the posts, and then you can adjust based on everything. Like I really think Mitty needs to be, you know, here because of the rebound. Now, if the defenders were over here, I would like being over here. Because he could make a challenge on the save, whereas then you kind of slot in here. Like, this is kind of this is really tough, but like, again, I think like MIDI needs to watch playing fast by flipping, because sometimes I think it does kind of get in the way.
How did game 3 end? Was that 0-2 EQ to them?
Yeah.
Okay, found it.
Okay. Can you say it to me?
Yep, you're just gonna give me one moment.
Okay. Yeah, this'll look great in the archives. Like, and just on this, like, I don't think you guys would have gotten the rebound anyways. But like, you know, just my initial passes like through it is like, I feel like MIDI should have been there in a way, but the ball just also came off really weak, off the top. So like, it was gonna be very, very difficult.
Right.
So like, ultimately, this is sort of like something in a way that works out. And I'm still not absolutely sure if even how I'm analyzing if it's even correct. Okay, so.
Well, I mean, now we have MIDI, so.
Yeah, I could definitely ask him. This is
Sorry,
not,
I'm late.
That's all right.
So, good MIDI. I had to go find game 3, though.
Oh, did you get
I
it
went
on
calculated at GG.
calculated? Nice.
It took a little while, but hey, I did it. Which means that now I can look at all the statistics.
Oh, excellent.
Whoa.
Okay, so copy that to demos. Then rename that. AQ3 fall playoffs 2 game 3. Great. Okay. All right, great. You're here, MIDI.
Yep.
So this is the sequence, like, I'm just trying to figure out.
Mhm.
Hold on. Oh, good. I need to stop. Okay, let's reset this. So this is something I just looked at in the first pass. To director, just said like, why was no one there? So I'm just kind of trying to figure out. Let's back up. So this is eventually a shot that Gravity's going to make. So like, I've ultimately concluded that this is going to be tough to get the rebound, but I think kind of the positioning is off, even though in the end this works out. So I've kind of like, so you kind of pull out, which like, you know, like from here, because like Kiffy missed a challenge but got a boost deal and rotated out. And like, I sort of, you know, I get you coming back here because you don't know what's going to happen with this challenge. And then you kind of circle around here. I think you make too wide of a circle, because I feel like you should actually be like, this is where having a telestrator would be great, is like somewhere right around here for this. So, and I'm gonna give my ham-fisted reasoning. Like,
Mhm.
basically, I think you can get to any ball if the keeper touches it. Because they're all over here. The defense is all over here. So they're going to be, like, basically having to turn around and bumping into each other. But I think you could... This is of course basing on this ball coming out with any like decent speed. Like I think you can challenge the rebound, and I just think it's like you have a better shot from like this range to just come in here, rather than more of the diagonal approach. And I think part of it is like, again, this is my opinion, so feel free to dispute me at any point. I just think you made too wide of a turn. Also, I don't think you need to flip there. Because I think you could still get back with any sort of speed if Wolverine wins the challenge here. Because I also think you're going to take kind of a good far line here. And you kind of miss this pad. So like I think all this is fine because yeah, you're coasting, seeing if Kif is gonna win the challenge or not, which is fine. Like come back here.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to jump there either. And Kif said that there was a shot being called here, which I'm fine with and not surprised at. And again, like the only issue I have is I just think you're too far in this direction. Like I think your distance is fine and everything. I just think you need to be more here, like in the middle of the field.
Right. I think my from my perspective here, I think obviously like my turn happened and I realized I had to be second man, so the way I was headed back because I wasn't sure if the challenge would be lost straight to net, and if it was, I was last man back.
Yeah.
And then I saw Kiffy coming back, so I'm like, okay, he's coming back. I'm second man. I do my turn, and obviously I turn infield, so I have a capability for a rebound. Obviously it wasn't in the exact position that we wanted because it was a jump between I'm third man to Kiffy's going back. I'm now second man. So that put me, in my opinion, out of position a bit. But where I am now, I don't see a huge problem with it because both their opponents are on the right side of the field. Their goalie's in net. Ball's headed towards net. Chances are goalie's going to clear it to one of his teammates if he's like smart about it. He's not going to clear it left field because no one's there to follow up unless he can follow up himself. I think that was my... I mean, that's like... I don't know if I was thinking that, but that's what I see in the play.
That's completely fine too. It just, yeah.
I mean, that's with the assumption that Gravity did call shot and not backboard, because if he called backboard, I was way out of position there for sure.
Yeah.
Which I think you were saying, right? You're expecting it to go off backboard.
It probably just depends on like how you feel the situation. Like I felt, it kind of felt like trying to just like middle, just try and get in the best position for all situations, which is why I'm favoring here. But if you're thinking, shot and goalie's going to clear it, then yeah, I do like, you ending up in this area.
Okay.
I definitely agree. It just, if you're trying to middle the situation, then somewhere here, even if you're just like a little shaded past the half middle of the field or whatever, like somewhere in this area, it's my thought is just on the rebound is that's kind of a, it's a partial opportunity. Again, as it turns out, well, the ball doesn't come out hard and comes at like a really crummy angle anyways.
Yeah.
So like, I think this is, just a case of, it kind of works out and, like, because I don't mind Kiffy's challenge here, and like, it's yeah.
I remember that.
Okay,
Oh man.
but kind of that's like in the broadcast that's like oofta, because every time I see that, but like.
I mean, we've seen that a lot this series.
But like,
I've seen a lot this season.
But like,
oh yeah.
Okay, so what we call the teaching moments.
Oh, sorry, go on.
The teaching moments being basically other opponents or something here. So gravity after the shot. Yeah, like. So gravity really doesn't have like a choice in rotation, like side.
Well,
he doesn't have a
I
choice
wouldn't
in
think
side.
He
He, like, but
got bumped, yeah.
but like,
right here, he should be cutting out
rather
than following that wall, because there's no boost on that wall. He's not going to get anything by following this wall.
Yeah, like there's only two options here. It's like you basically stay on the wall, just kind of out of the play, and then figure out boost, or you make a hard cut. Like I do not like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I actually,
Because at that point,
I
was already up for a challenge.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot change my position at that point, and
I kind of like
like
gravity up in here, and then just coming down.
Yeah, it's a pretty safe bet if he sees the challenges happening.
It's either that or just diagonally out. Because he could get like a slight jump to kind of screen things here. But I actually kind of like him just coming up here on the wall, because he could still come down here, or if this is available or whatever, depending on what happens.
Yeah. And boost spawned middle, so it would have been an easy grab, which he ends up getting anyway. That seemed like a dump right there. Like an unnecessary dump. I don't think he had pressure on him. There's nobody around. He could have caught that ball.
Yeah. And I'll say again, like unless just getting a hard hit.
I looking back so far at this replay and what I remember, I felt personally there's a lot of uncertainty in the play, simply because we didn't actually seem to have any game plan on what we were doing with the ball. Frequently, it was just either chuck it off backboard, make a shot against two defenders, or challenge. That seemed like the only things we were doing this game.
Yeah, I was just missing shots. There was a lot of shots that I needed to put on net, and I just missed. So I take quite a lot of the blame for that.
I don't remember that happening.
This right here, I just went the opposite way, and I was like, okay, well, since I'm here, I might as well get a demo that opens up a shot for whoever's there.
So, surprisingly, this is probably just a preference for me. So, actually, I should probably just do this. It's like, that's actually a really... So, just kind of from what I do, like, I check when I know the ball is kind of bouncing kind of this way. I try to, at least, because like gravity has a better chance at this ball, and you guys kind of accidentally end up stacking.
Right. I definitely usually check that. I don't think I did that time because from the last time I hit the ball, he was already in the like back left corner, I think. I could be wrong there. Maybe that was my imagination, but
Yeah, let's see. Let's see after your hit.
oh, I guess he was right side. Kiffy goes. I hit the ball. Yeah, I should have checked right to see if he was there.
Yeah,
because he was zooming up. Yeah.
Yeah, because I really like this, and again, it's
Yeah.
it goes with like trying to avoid cross that middle line.
100%. Yeah. Yeah, that's my bad for sure. I didn't check. I just followed because I thought I was still second man.
And that's rough. They probably would have saved it anyways, but like
True.
it eventually had Nordstrom coming out too, so it is what it is. Man, I actually thought Gravity was going to pop that and dribble that. I was kind of surprised to see him launch it. Okay.
The cut front there, I disagree with.
Yeah, it really looked like also from director that he was challenging that, which is a bad challenge. Yeah, that ball got away from you. Low boost too.
And yeah, the shot comes in and it's just. That's another example I think where I don't know if there's confusion there, but like an early challenge could have saved that ball, but instead it was reactive. And there just wasn't enough time because the shot was good. So Gravity like misreads the play there. But he's also really slow on the front post.
Yeah.
Because he has someone back post, so he should know that. So I think this one is a slow front post play. It could have been avoided if he'd gone earlier. Because this right here should never be happening, I think. The minute you have two people sitting in net is the minute their offense has infinite options.
Okay, so yeah. Like
I mean, it's a one's mentality. I think for Grav personally is because he's used to ones, and I think not going on that is something that's just muscle memory for him.
Yeah,
but
I still think
threes.
So,
in threes, I think you should.
So if like Kiffy says behind, Gravity should be jumping on this.
I'm pretty sure every time I go back post,
you say back
I make
post
it
or
pretty
front post.
clear.
Yeah, the Gravity should be going even if he. Okay, so let's. I just kind of want to. Yeah, because Kiffy should be like calling here.
Plus, it was a rotation from post, if I'm not mistaken, from Grav, so his momentum was killed.
Yeah.
So now he's a sitting duck in that.
Yeah, he should still like if Kiffy says he's behind. Like I actually love the challenge here. Just because it cuts down on some of the net. Yeah. Like I mean, part of it is, again, it is what it is, but I think like yeah, like you either need to go or you have to hit the ball, like because it's just it's obviously disastrous if you miss.
That's a good try there, really close, and then it goes in because they bump it in.
It made me so sad that posted.
Yeah.
It's such a decent play. Decent.
That's a bad. That's a really bad turn on by skate here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I, ooh. Wow. I would
Yeah,
been
the
up.
fact
I would
that
have
we
been up there.
lost this game is kind of mind blowing once you view the replays.
Well,
Mhm.
again, like what I said on the broadcast is basically like it's the little things, and like Team Anarchy really capitalized on them, like on your guys' mistakes.
Yeah.
But like
We made a lot of little mistakes.
I don't like this at all. Like, Skate needs to be figuring out how to get up for that.
Yeah.
Like, by the way, this is player view, so this is like whew.
Yeah. Could have been clear, but the other guy skate
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Yeah, so it's like, again, and that's like something to just be in mind of is just watching those, because that could have easily that's technically Skate's ball until it goes on the back wall. That's the other defenders.
Is this game 3?
This is game 1.
Game 1.
Yeah. Love that. I like that try. Woof. That's a heck of a save.
Yeah, it was barely out of my reach.
I mean, you still did good to place it where you did.
Yeah, right here, I was really expecting someone to be middle.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is going to be sweet. I can follow this and pop it out middle. And then there was just like so much space there. I was confused on why.
Okay, we'll just watch from there end because I think that's going to give the better view. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so Kif gets the touch.
Yeah.
Okay,
pop
follow
it
up.
out middle.
Okay, so Kif.
Follow.
So,
I mean, did I cut you off there and then put you in a bad position? I don't know what our comms were here.
so let's see.
Reload, reload.
Let's pop. Follow.
Try hitting that up to grab.
And then there's a lot of space between, so.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I saw you go. Granted, there was time, so I was just going to take my time, but seeing you go, I was just like, okay, well, I got 30 boost. I can just stick behind you. Gravity can recover mid.
Right, so I rushed it a bit.
Yeah, but I think other than that, like, that's fine. Going in front of me, that's okay, as long as you called it. Perfectly fine. But
right, so
if
I
you call
rushed
it late, then,
and no one was in
I
position.
used some unnecessary boost, but...
Yeah, so because I rushed it, no one was in position mid.
Yeah, because right here, there's a lot of time. Nobody's there. Because I was still waiting for gravity to push up, and I was kind of forced to the right side. And I didn't want to get mid, because at that point, I'd cut gravity off. Granted, his...
What?
way of going back is very slow.
Okay.
What?
This turn, I don't think
Okay.
was.
Well, this will
good.
be a way. This will be a way to help Grav. Okay. So I don't necessarily mind this. Actually, we probably need like a full rewind. Like, okay, so this follows just that. Like, okay, this is fine. Okay. Like, it's not bad.
Another front post rotation. Put it on the tally.
Sure.
And this time, like, you can tell it's a bad front post rotation when you almost hit the teammate coming up.
Right.
That's what I always say. Like, if you're miles away from anybody, it's fine. Like, you can front post rotate. But if you're coming and like you almost bump two teammates, then that's a huge problem. Like, that's a nuisance to the team.
You would have just been better off taking the boost.
At that point, if you're on the wall, you either rotate wall or you rotate.
Yeah.
You cut middle. I think.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, like...
I mean, he grabs that boost, so he's fine on boost. Why is he going towards that back left? Or that back right, I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, he sees that you're back post. I can see if he sticks towards the wall, but he doesn't stick towards the wall, and he doesn't go wide.
Even then, you could just cut rotation at that point to avoid the bad rotation and be second man, because that ball's coming off mid. You had a hit. He could turn out middle and get ready for pass.
Yeah. So
that's probably what I do.
He kind of needs to turn and go this way.
I think so. Yeah. He could have been there for where the ball dropped.
And even if he makes this rotation, like he needs... Okay. So like...
Right here, a turning right and just cutting.
He's so late on ball cam too. Like, like I kind of... Yeah. Because I really think that he needs to be off ball cam at this point, because like you can see the opponent, or be back on ball cam, because you can see the opponent running away. Like here, let's.
Yeah, the opponent's obviously going back, rotating back. There's no pressure anymore.
I mean, he still saw me get the touch here that went forward. So seeing that touch go forward, you know, like, it's not being sent right back down because he already saw where everybody was positionally. He was in a spot where he was able to see where every single car was.
So I think I've done this before. So this is probably where I would make my screen, take the snapshot and make my decision. Okay, so I don't know where one orange person is, but I know where one orange person is going. Actually, no, I do know where one orange person is. Like, they're somewhere behind. No, because that's the person who failed the challenge. So, at this point, I know Midi's back. So I am going to be wide as possible, and I'm probably going to take that boost. I'm going to take that corner from Midi, but I'm also going to lay off the speed, because I'm probably going to end up being on near post, for whatever, because part of it is that, like, if this ball goes forward, I assume Midi's going to go. And I'm going to expect him to kind of cut up, from anywhere from where he's at to, like, where the far post is right now.
I got to be honest, I kind of disagree with any sort of rotation here. I just think a cut is his only option, because Kiffy gets this touch. Kiffy's not following it. It's a touch that he can't follow, so that ball's automatically going towards wall. Gravity's already at mid wall. He could just go up wall and go for pass. Receive the pass.
Earlier on, I did say that I was trying to get this up to Grav, but Grav was going out. So I'm pretty sure I even said in comms, Grav.
And he probably said can't, but he definitely could just turn left up wall, go for pass, bang off backboard, or try to keep control, go for air dribble.
Yeah, but what he really needs to be doing is, like, getting the F out of the way. Like, this is...
If he decides not to go for ball,
I'm saying based on what he's going to do here. So, like, he needs to kind of be here and, like, end up here. And the reason, okay, based on what he's doing, the reason why he needs to do that is he needs to get the F out of your way. So, by leaving all of this for your path, like, he Like, he just needs to come in here and make the circle to near post. Like, I'm not agreeing with what he does, but if he's going to do this, like, you're second. Like, yeah, he probably should actually cut Jones the ball. But, like, if he says he can't get it, then he needs to get the F out of your way, Mitty. And, like, he's in prime position to be in your way. So that's like, if he's going to do this, like, you have to, if you're going to do through the ball near post rotations, you need to also rotate smartly still, and you need to do it where you get the F out of the way. And the smartest thing to do is, like, steal your teammate's boost and just park your ass right here, and then figure out your life. Like, I know it's kind of harsh, but, like, you can't do that. Otherwise, he should be cutting right here and going across like that.
That's the cut I agree a lot more with if he's going back.
Yeah. But if he's gonna do this, then, like, he should just take this boost so some knucklehead can't get it and just get out of your way.
I don't think he should even take the boost.
No, I don't think he
boost.
Yeah, I don't think he should be taking the boost. But I'm just saying that's, like, I'm looking at this and just like, okay, so you're gonna take this boost as well, so do it, but stay out of Mitty's way. But yeah, this is
Close call.
Yeah, and it's just, and again, it's like,
you could see the point where I stopped boosting.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I couldn't. If I could have boosted a little more, I could have caught that ball there. But I had to slow down to let him pass, and now I had limited options on what I could do with it.
Like, and then again, like, just through all this, like, you need to be off ball cam once like your last back. He kind of switches a little too late, and like he switches as he turns, and really he should be turning upfield here.
I mean, granted, he just killed all of his momentum that he just spent 30, or actually more than 30 boosts because he just picked up that pad. Getting to the net, he just wasted all of it by drifting.
Yeah. But
rather than seeing that the ball was going back, just checking ball cam, and then just turning right here and going upfield.
Yeah, even if you're grabbing this pad, like, you should be turning upfield. Like,
he's got 58 boost. Where'd he spend the other 50 boost on?
Well, cutting off Mitty.
The boost.
Like,
and that's me.
And I don't.
I did terrible at boost management these games.
Oh yeah, so I'm always bad at boost management. Like, and I don't mean to pick on anyone, but, like, again, like, this is the small stuff. Like if ball camera is up, like, he should be moving upfield. Like, even here, like, you could grab this, and instead of being, turning back this way, he should be on this other side of this line. He should be, pointed this way. And, like, taking, hey, there's a line. And again, it's like this, like, I understand this, but, like, part of what ball cam is going to tell you is that there's no one here. Like, and again, like, just to sort of take it through in slow-mo, like, I see it's like, I just think that, I think even if I saw that, I would be kind of shading to start turning upfield. Like, I would not be turning back in net. Again, this is completely based on this rotation right here. Just because that's kind of 2-on-1. And again, like, so, like, where Wolverine's at here. So Wolverine's behind you. Like, you see Wolverine right there. So, again,
It's just a brain off
well,
play.
yeah, and again, like to do this, it's like Wolverine went back, and now I turn around, like I turn back, get my second data point, and like Wolverine's back, and the third person is back. Like this is blue ball.
Hmm.
So, again, it's these weird decisions that have an outcome. Again, like, I would probably say 12 months ago, like, there'd only be one blue player in this play because I don't know where gravity and midpoint would be at after the collision. So that's good, but I mean, it's still like. Because, like, really, like again, gravity needs to be the third here. Again, he probably wouldn't have gotten his ball, but he could have put some pressure rather than like Midi putting pressure here. It's kind of like late pressure applied by Graf. So
There again. Can you go back?
Yep.
Uh,
Okay, so
yeah, it's like right there. Um,
yeah, so we all come in. So Midi comes back.
Mhm.
So this is fine. Kif challenges. This is fine. Yeah.
It's my ball now, and then once again I have to pull out because gravity's on the wrong end of the play.
So like, I don't necessarily mind. Like, again, like here we'll just start from here. Okay, so I don't necessarily mind the flip here. I don't mind trying to get back. And I don't mind, shading yourself to where, like, this isn't necessary. You're not necessarily rotating back through the play here.
Mhm.
But there is, like, from Graf's perspective, moving left. Technically far post. I don't mind any of this. But this is still fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's all fine until the ball goes center, right here.
Right. Yes. The minute that ball goes center, like Graf has to
cut right.
Yeah, he has to
or
to
go
turn
for
right.
demo.
Yeah, you either get the demo, or you just kind of peel off. And it's like you might actually be better off just coasting into here. Like, I don't know how autopilot would work for me, but I might kind of come in here and like temporarily wait to see what Kif does, but still have some forward momentum, and then decide, okay, do I need to peel this way or do I need to go this way?
Then again, he has an opportunity on a demo on the last man, and it's like it could have been a free opportunity if that happened.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he did go for it.
Yeah, that would make more sense. But right here, it's just ball chasing.
Yeah.
Like he goes, he misses, he has to rotate back, but he immediately turns for ball like it's his.
Yeah.
And that is like a brain off play again. Like,
Yeah.
that's not something.
And again, like the
that
problem
should be
is
happening
you know this person is here, so like you have to be up for it.
And there's no point in that. Like there's no time in that sequence where he didn't see that I was going for ball.
Yeah. It's like, yeah.
And this is what leads to the goal.
And he misses. Like,
It's just positional errors
yeah.
that leads to team confusion and delay.
So, like, and I do like to do the. So run through everyone. Through the goal sequence. It's like, just to confirm. Yeah. Like, and just for you, like, this is very, very minor. just you can. I think you have the time to just be slightly a little wider. This is
Yeah.
this is just a nitpick.
Yeah.
But I think it just kind of helps you just make if there's a shot coming in here, which there possibly could, like if you're just,
A little bit over, like, towards
Yeah.
the back post more
yeah, if you're just like
behind
here.
it.
Yeah, if you're just like here, you know.
It would have made the clear easier for sure. I've been trying to work on that,
Yeah.
but something that I still struggle with for sure.
But again, it's a very small nitpick because like
That's a good
in a
point.
way you do still have to kind of defend the shot. So it's like, just in case. But,
Yeah.
so
No, it's an excellent point, yeah.
player review.
Like during these matches, I wasn't upset, I wasn't mad, I was completely cool, to my knowledge. Unless Kippy noticed something, but I think I was completely cool in the matches, but rewatching this, it's actually making me upset.
So probably here, you can probably just try and stop moving.
Yeah.
Just kind of just kill your momentum. Um, So like even just trying to get like right here because like whether or not gravity goes to the ball, he's kind of signaled, so you just kind of have to bail, even though it is technically your ball. Just because gravity signaled, you're not going for it anymore, so you kind of have to play the worst case scenario. So, like,
Right.
I think it's just better that you cover as much as the net as you can here. So like, I have to get on your camera. So we'll slow it down a little bit. Yeah, I think the minute you pull off, I think you should just try and slow down. Because then you're in better position for this. Because I think like had you basically been at the top of the 6-yard box, you could have gotten the ball.
This is true, yeah.
So, like, and I'm. The caveat is I am giving you this advice as someone who gets cut off a lot and plays super conservative as a result of it. But I just feel like if you're getting cut, you kind of have to make that snap decision to just evaluate things and just say like, okay, like I just got caught. I gotta just get back in line, reset or whatever. So I just feel like had you stopped, like you'd actually be in better position.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So, again, it's just something to keep in mind. And then, I love that recovering challenge. So like you still got to the ball, so that's fine. So, and then for Kif, which I think I know what I'm going to say already, but I need to see it. So yeah, this is all fine. Okay. No, wait a minute. No, we need to go back to here. I like going up when you know someone's behind you. So that's fine.
Woo.
It's
fine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like you're kind of fucked there.
I kind of have to stay back post in that position, though, because I thought on the right side somebody was going to be there for a pass. I didn't realize that there were two people kind of in the exact same area in that front post. So, I kind of placed myself into an area to receive this pass right here. Goes on to the left, nobody went, so I tried going back post again. That goes right, gravity's there, I go back post again.
Yep. Yeah.
It ends up coming my way because gravity misses. and I'm not fully positioned correctly, and wasn't really expecting the shot. So
I mean, but again, it's like that is a case of like I think what you did was correct. I think like at some point you have to trust your teammates, and like if they score on you because of a miss or whatever, then like that happens. Like, but because the easiest way to get scored upon is for you to rush into that situation, um, which I've seen. Like actually, like we need to. I wish I had a telestrator here. But like, how's a so like I think it's actually good for you, yeah, to wait here. Like gravity needs to kind of hold back. Like in a way, you both are kind of creeping, but like based on everything, like Grav needs to be just staying put.
Or fake challenge.
Yeah, but I mean, like you're here, so it's like he just needs to stay back because again, it's like
yeah, I mean, he didn't really need to push that hit. I feel.
yeah, he doesn't need to push. Like
Right there, that was the first reason why I kind of turned up, and then had to turn back. He didn't need to go for that off ball as fast.
It was a
as he
bit
did.
early for sure, yeah. To read it that quick when there's not much pressure on it, it's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary, yeah. I mean, if you're trying to look cool,
Yeah.
that's I give him props. But for trying to
I mean,
actually hit the ball,
It makes sense that it's happening because, I mean, he did say he was emotionally compromised this game. And afterwards, he said he shouldn't have played to me. And it shows in his game, in his decision making, that he wasn't thinking about the play as much as he could have. He was kind of just going on instinct, I feel.
yeah,
I think after the first game, though, that's something that needs to be addressed. Because once you play a game and realize, hey, I may not be performing to the best of my ability, or, I probably shouldn't play this game, then we have a sub for a reason.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we have subs. We have two of them.
Yeah.
One of them felt so useless, they decided to just go play threes rather than even staying in the chat and watching us play the game.
Yeah.
That's
I
how
do,
useless they
yeah.
felt.
I wish we had noticed more of these things during gameplay because we didn't. Like, we didn't talk about this in post-game screen. So maybe it was also our own awareness of our team play that was lacking. But then again, it's hard to notice things when you never go over them as a team. So
Yeah.
it's
And
like
when was the last time we really went
we
over something
never
as a team?
we did like one replay this whole season as a team.
I've tried doing a few of these with Ander just so that the stream would be there, the VOD would be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I even told you and I told Gravity, like, hey, I just did one of these. If you want to check it over and let me know what you think about it, then be my guest.
Yeah, I watched a bit of one because I wasn't available at the time.
But it just didn't seem like a lot of effort was being put into the team aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll provide some follow up on that at the end. I will say, like, surprisingly, like, they're like, we haven't like sat here and had like the 15-minute reviews. Like almost in the way that I would normally have. So like, in a way, it's like you guys aren't making like massive mistakes. So let's see what happens here.
a lost challenge. Happens.
Yeah, I think I said I'm surprised I didn't see Gravity like jump up to block that.
Yeah, there was no jump. Definitely. That's why I lost it.
But I don't know if do I hear anything. Yeah.
I don't think there was a jump.
Yeah. Okay, so for MIDI. Okay.
But that, of course, may not have been decision making. Could just be
Yeah, autopilot.
a mishap, like a misclick.
Okay, like, yeah, like this is correct, and I just, okay, ball gets away, like that's gonna happen, like,
Yeah, I was definitely aiming to either pop it higher up wall or get a 50, but yeah, it definitely just got too far away on the second touch there. Something I have to practice in training.
so this is just more advice. Probably because Gravity didn't challenge immediately, I would just be looking to get back just slightly earlier than what you did.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the thought of moving up to about the half line for an outlet. But you know, part of it is based on like what your teammates are doing. So if there wasn't
Mm-hmm.
like a challenge or chance for an outlet, then the only complaint I have here, if it's a complaint, is I probably would have turned back just a little bit sooner. Like you're not
Yeah.
doing anything on here, but because of everything, so it's like and this doesn't have anything to do with positioning. I think you're not getting back to save this anyways, but that's just like how I would do it in a normal game,
Yeah.
and then probably yell at my solo queue teammates. So Kiffy looks like he's screwed here too.
When am I not?
Okay, well you
Game
got
2 was such a bad game for me.
well,
I got a huge bump there.
And then I missed my half flip and ended up side
And then
flipping.
0 boost.
Yeah, and there's nothing that I can do.
all right. Let me see here.
Which was fun. I enjoyed that time. I was just swimming around.
Yeah,
A little fish.
might have been able to try and do this instead. Again, I don't know if you would have saved it, but it would have given you the best chance.
Well, granted, I didn't really think that this ball being challenged
go
by gravity
straight
was
into
going to
the
go
front
miss.
post.
Yeah.
Because right here, this shouldn't come straight back.
Yeah.
This should go up the wall.
Yeah.
But he didn't jump, so it just went right over.
Yeah. So
I can't predict that.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, I mean, I would probably have done that too. Now that I look at it, just watching that.
Because it
Right.
gives you an option to go on backboard in case it goes high.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Although the one thing I would change is just trying to pick up a couple pads.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I told
Which
you Game
happens.
2 was a really bad game for me for boost management. Like, I looked in calculator.gg, my boost management was nothing.
Yeah.
Granted, I was feeling some of the effects of gravity, not being emotionally there.
Mhm.
I could have called out that something was going on, and I wanted to even ask after game 1 if everything was going fine, if we needed to sub, but I didn't because I just wanted to listen to Dilly, what Dilly had to say, and then I kept my mind open.
Even
But
if you did, it wouldn't have went well because you guys don't have good emotional chemistry, and he would
Well,
have
it's
taken
just
it
because
as.
I'm honest with everything.
It's true. You're honest, and he doesn't receive that the way that.
You came up way too far on this one.
Yeah. Can you go back? I want to
Yep.
see.
Whoa.
It's like,
Oh yeah, I was going for bump.
oh, okay. I would have played the hit there.
I didn't have any boost though.
They don't know that.
but I can't kill the hit if it's not backboard and I don't have boots.
Well, okay. I mean,
Okay, I'm
Just hit it,
listening.
Mitty. Just hit it.
I'm just kind of confused.
no, okay. Okay, I see the boost level, so like I get that. I just want to see, like,
So I get around the 1. He's going, I know Kiffy's calling mid, so I go for bump.
okay. If Kiffy's called it, it's fine.
I call everything.
Okay, if you call,
I think.
okay,
I remember that play because
Okay.
I said bump. Kiffy said mid, I said bump, and then he just went for shot. And afterwards, even though I didn't get bump, Kiffy was like, "Oh, sweet,
Yeah.
it worked out." Yeah.
no, yeah,
It's
it's
fine.
it's
That was
fine.
calculated. It was calculated.
If the communication went like that, I'm completely fine with that.
Yeah.
Mitty
I-
and
I
I,
just-
have really
I-
good
again-
communication.
Yeah, if you guys are communicating, that is perfectly fine. I'm just telling you, like in a vacuum, how I would have approached it.
Right.
And it's basically.
No, I get that.
It's basically because I know Wolverine challenged it.
Yeah.
So I know that there's 2 behind. So I would have tried to do my best, and probably just made sure that there was someone behind me as well. So, like, yeah. But again,
Right, you're
it's fine.
talking about like solo queue play.
Yeah, I am
right.
talking solo queue play because I don't play on a team. That's why I'm attempting to take my own destiny in my own hands. It's probably not going to work out, but here we are.
No, I definitely agree with that solo queue play, like checking and playing the touch to force an awkward position or something.
Because also, like, the defender is in a really bad spot too. So,
Mhm.
like, they're kind of expecting, like, it's kind of like you're faking a bump on them. But again, like, it definitely works out because they're still thinking that, but there's the added layer of you and Kiffy are talking. So I'm completely fine with that play then.
Man, both of what I'm noticing just on the bottom line there is both game 1, game 2, very close games, and just ended up with the late game goal by Orange.
Yeah.
If we had, if we had made like 50% less mistakes, we would have won game 1 and 2, I think.
Nope. 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 Nope.
What's going on?
Nope.
I didn't see
Nope.
it.
No.
Wasn't paying attention.
Well, I mean, all you have to do is look at what's going on here.
Well, I see the all the way back boost grab.
Yeah.
This happens a lot.
Yeah. Like, okay.
I'm susceptible to doing it sometimes.
Okay,
Too.
so-
But I try to make sure there's a reason.
So, Grav, if you're watching, like, this is like kind of something I picked up from Sherlock. So you're gonna have to bear the full brunt. Like, I'm pretty sure that isn't there. Let's just rewind far enough.
Shot on net. Deflect out. 1 boost pad grab.
Okay.
And all the way back to net.
Yeah. So I was kind of doing that during the last discussion. So this is something you're just gonna have to need to know. So, like, Middy's kind of stuck here in a weird spot because, again, of the rotations. So, because ideally Middy should be like here. So Middy is coming up. So Middy is coming up here as a 2. Like, this is gonna probably play out fine. Okay. So, like, Middy's gonna circle around here, and like where he ends up is fine. And like, Kiff is challenging. This is fine too. Like, I rail against crossing the field, but this is crossing the field as a necessity. Okay, that boost is not there. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. So Grav, this is going to be your outlet path right now. Here, here, or if you want to be really cute and get full far side, here, 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 and figure your life out. If you want to play the 3, so eventually that MIDI can move up and be the 2, you go here, 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 probably actually here and turn around. So boost pad lines and hundies. You don't need 100 to do shit in Rocket League. You need about 36 to 48. 60 if you want to reach the ceiling. But like I've really started trying to take this to heart, unless I'm being a vindictive soul killer, which is if I get cut I will go back for boost. But that's neither here nor there. So like there's all these pad lines that can easily fill you up, and no, like in, you know, like you hear me say there's 60 in front of the net. See, 12, 24, 36, 48, 59. That was intentional because that's how Rocket League keeps track of boost, apparently, because of floating point zeros. But like even then, like this line here, 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 then you can go either back to here or go to here, you know, kind of like do this as sort of like, you know, far situation. You know, you can even do this if you want to stay, you know, near side. But like one of the ways to not get chances is to give up offensive pressure. And again, I don't mean to bring my personal streams into it, but one of the things I rail against is like being stuck as a third man in, which third man is basically means is both your teammates are fighting over the one corner boost in your back after, you know, some amount of offensive pressure. Because like in all seriousness, like if you have offensive pressure, like you can take the mid, you can take their corners and just starve them to death. And I think just by taking one of these lines, depending on the situation that warrants it, you know, you can figure out exactly what you need to do. And you know, this kind of goes for both of you as well, is knowing when to do this.
You could look at my calculated.gg stats. On almost every single game I play, I have the highest small to large boost ratio.
I'm getting there, MIDI.
No, that's like that's good. And like MIDI, you probably like it's
something I advocate for and I actively seek out in my gameplay.
Yeah, like you know,
I do miss some boosts sometimes,
yeah.
but like the amount of small to large boosts I get is always one of the highest in the
and MIDI, like
lobby.
Even though this is gone, you might just still want to like head in this direction. Just because like part of your goal is to get back, and you know, maybe by the time you get there it respawns. So like again, just minor nitpick. So yeah, and like just because like yeah, like that's all fine. You may, and just mid, you may just want to just wait a tad on this one. Just kind of wait to see what happens. Like I understand kind of bolting in there, but like you may have a chance. So it's just kind of like it's probably just more timing when you use your boost right there. So just wait until the ball clears. And granted, that gives like Skate the opportunity to clear the ball, But I think in a way it's a safer play because if you wait, that quarter second or whatever, you could probably pounce on this ball instead of kind of like overshooting it. So
Yeah,
just
I was definitely
it's just something to keep in mind. Like, and I don't think like you're. This isn't like even like a bad setup or anything, which again normally I would rail against, but like I think the situation kind of warranted to not like be in the triangle here. So like I think everything was, I think all the correct decisions were made here. I just think just kind of waiting that half second just to see whether or not they touch it is just kind of again like better overall for the team because Wolverine's not getting that ball. So
yeah, I was playing the miss, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, which is fine. Like sometimes it's you just have to guess, and sometimes you guess wrong, and that's fine. Yeah, there was a lot of this. So
That was very awkward of me.
yeah. It's
Can we
alright
actually
though.
go back a little bit on that?
Sure.
I just want to see what happened on that back wall. Yeah, that's... Ooh, okay.
Okay, so
Can I ask the obvious question?
I'm
Sure.
Why is Gravity there?
Front post rotation.
Gravity should not. Yeah.
Why is he doing my boost, man? My boost.
It was probably another front post rotation.
I mean, look at the way that he kind of went in front of it. Like, that's just...
Okay, so we all right. Again, Gravity, if you're watching this, I'm not meaning to pick on you, but like this is part of my crusade to get people to stop doing this. Okay, so like I don't like again. This right here causes the most problems, and if you're not communicating effectively, like you're solo queuing. And one of the things that pisses me off is this is my ball. I don't care how many guys are in the corner. I have a better clear because I can hit it off this corner and put it out to midfield. And like, what's going to happen? Like, we got one guy, it's up, one that guy's going to turn, get the 100, maybe put it back in. Fine, whatever. But I can also follow it up. But, time again, like, I guess because people see pros do it, but we're not pros.
We're supposed to be pros?
We're nowhere near pros. But like this fucks up Kiffy and this fucks me up too. It's just like really the best place you can do if you can do that is you need to be like up here. Just get out of the way. The person coming from net has the best chance on this ball. And like flipping out here, like it like I'm just sorry it doesn't do anything. Like this is Kiffy's ball. Kiffy's gonna hit Kiffy has the chance to hit this ball the hardest. Like sure you give up possession, but it's fine. It gives everyone a chance to reset. More importantly, you can go chase the ball. But like again, and I've been known to do this from time to time, and I want to punch myself in the face after I do it myself as well. But like the thing to remember here is you're not going to get a hard touch. Like if Kiffy bangs it off the corner here, it's like I don't know, going to be in this triangle here, something like that. So, like, whereas you're going to hit it, it's probably going to be in this triangle, like right here. Probably right here. And that's a lot easier for the opponents to gobble up. So, like, yes, there are times to, dilly dish it or burn across the front of the net or whatever insane thing you're going to do. Because spoiler, we're gonna get to that at this orange blob. And we're gonna see exactly what happened because I remember this goal. So, but I mean, it's really playing the percentages is that what needs to happen. So, like, I hate this a lot. It would be a lot different. It would be a lot different if he was banging it off the clear. But once that ball bounces out, like, he should not be going for that. However, we eventually get there anyways, but still. That's a good attempt at the block. I know gravity's not at 100%. I'm just kind of surprised here. Okay. Like, probably didn't expect that ball to be there. That's fine. Nice. Ah, okay. I was wondering why you were all the way back there, Mitty. I was trying to figure it out.
Not on his own accord.
Yeah. It probably should have turned up just slightly earlier, but I don't know if that would have changed anything. Okay. So I just kind of want to see if this is out of necessity or something else. Back up for 5 more seconds. Okay, ball gets banged in. Okay, so Kiffy bangs it in. Mitty's following. Like, I can't fault Mitty for pushing up. So I know this kind of breaks. Maybe, let me just make sure. It's fine. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out better positioning for the both of you here. But, like, Kit's going back, just playing it safe in case of the challenge, so he's kind of going to end up here, just in case. Okay. And then mid-turns. Yeah, like, I don't... Let me see something from Minnie's perspective. I don't know how to override this instinct. Because I know exactly what's happening. Um, but trying to turn the other way to get a
Yeah.
better angle. I'm pretty sure I would have done exactly how you did because that's how my brain would have operated because I'm on ball cam.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like instinct to turn towards
Yeah.
where the ball's going, but it's better to turn the opposite way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I think again, what like kind of both what you and Kif did as part of like how this play developed was also fine. Yeah, because I'm just kind of looking at this and just like that's fine. Like all this is all fine. Yeah, turning in.
Yeah. Yeah. Turn the other way. Get the shot.
And then maybe even then just trying to put it back up here.
Granted, it is a gamble if the backboard pass is going same side or opposite side, because I like at the point of contact I don't know, or at least it's a very hard read to tell if it's going same side or opposite side.
Yeah.
But then it ends up going opposite side, which means I should have turned the other way at that point. But I guess he is taking a pretty steep angle, so I could have read into that.
This is
I'm gonna go
pretty-
grab some food.
okay.
I'll be back.
Man, this is actually pretty bad defensively by Orange. Okay, and maybe charges in, just gets beat by Not Rizzo. Charlie pushes back for Hundies because he's a bad version of Unforgiven. Okay. No, turn upfield. I should be found gravity here. It's fine. Gravity gets hit. Okay. It's fine. Wow. That is totally a ones play. And I like people that have confidence in that, but God, does that scare the shit out of me. Nice save. It's okay. Okay. Surprisingly, I have feelings about the end of the game. Okay. So let's start with Kiffy, because Kiffy's going to bring this ball in.
Hi.
Yep. Yeah. Nice 50. Like, I think you're done. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's a good challenge. By the way, that's a good challenge. That's exactly what you need to do.
Thank you.
Okay, so MIDI. Why do I know the conclusion of this? Okay, like you can't pull off. Yeah. Man, MIDI, this is a poor attack. I
I mean, even if that's a poor attack, that's still got 2 people up.
right.
Well, we still have 1 back, so it's now a 1-on-1 shot.
Yeah, I'm just.
And the
This
1-on-one
is.
shot is...
Yeah, I do like that. I just like if you're going for goal here. So again, I am always a big fan, even if the play like results in like 2 up, because you've accomplished at least a secondary goal. The problem is I'm trying to figure out what the goal here was, and like unfortunately, like if the goal is to take a shot, Midi's in way too close, because like it feels like he laid off the boost, so that he wouldn't crash into the net. But then he didn't have the height to knock the ball down. Like I think. Okay. So, like, the only thing you need to worry about is getting crushed from behind, but I'm willing to take that chance and just kind of trust here. But I think, yeah, like, Midi's up way too close. Like, this is, I mean, I'm trying to figure out, like, where would you be at when you react? Yeah. So he's, like, right here before he's, like, fully reacting and committing. And like obviously we've looked in replay, but I would think like that ball's not like if you're going to put the ball in the back of the net, you need to knock it down. So it's like you need to be up. I think like I kind of think here that MIDI needs to wait. And again, like part of it is going to be this ball is coming from here to here. Okay. So, if Kif wins this challenge, this ball is coming from somewhere over here to hopefully somewhere in front of the net. The best angle is you need to stay on this side of the dividing line, I think. And I think MIDI needs to be like, I mean, hell, that's probably good enough if we need a spot, but like somewhere in this area. Because I really do like, because you kind of need to see like what's going to happen to the ball. Also, no one in orange is in that. So, like, even as MIDI comes up. So, like, skate is going to near post rotate or be on the wall. But, like, if Kif wins the challenge, which obviously we know he does, like, I like Mitty just being in position because, yeah, I just think he ends up being too close because, like, now he comes back. Like, I think, fuck. Yeah. So, like, you just kind of need to be here and just wait to see what happens. Like, what is Skate going to do? So, you have to, like, this is totally a case of you need to let the play develop. So, like, I like being here. So, like, Kif wins this challenge. You can go up still and get this ball. You know, you just kind of just need to, like, coast in here, you know, and you'll probably be, like, here. But this, again, like, even if you're here, like, this gives you more time. And you have a better angle at the ball. So, like, you can be, like, you know, up here, and, like, you can knock it down. Or you can knock it down. Or you could put, like, past Skate here who might be here. Like, I just think this gives Mitty just so many more options. Because, like, you know, he could, if he's, like, up here, he can just knock it down, like, right here. You know. Like, yeah. And I just, you know, again, like, this is based on the defender's positioning. Like, if Mitty was just coming straight here, like, yeah, because he could easily knock it down underneath the defenders, like, even just, like, straight here. You know, and, like, you know, not Rizzo is just going to fly across here at best. So if this ball, if not Rizzo is not going to hit the middle of the ball, you know, middle of the ball here, then, like, that ball's in the back of the net probably. So, like, again, like, if May's above the ball, Skate could probably could save it. So, but I mean, again, it's like, you know, you have to let things develop, and you have to be aware of creeping. And, like, same thing here for Grav. I think Grav should also double jump there. Like, you gotta, like, this is fine if there's 104 left, sort of, because maybe Kif can come back and get the ball, but, like, you just have to take your shot. And I actually think striking it with the front of your car is the best idea here. Even if, again, even if I think Gravity needs to strike it with the front of his car. Ha! Look at me giving shooting tips. Hard. But yeah, I honestly think Gravity needs to strike it with the front of his car here. And, you know, if he puts it to the side and hits off the post, so be it. But, like, this gives him the best chance to, you know, shoot the ball, so to speak. You know, and again, like, Gravity does even have the option here to, you know, to strike it and try and put it back that way, or, you know, even up in here. So I think, like, Gravity should be double jumping to try and, one, hit the ball with the nose of the car, and, like, you know, make the defense earn it.
I'm back, by the way, just eating food, so I'm gonna stay muted.
Okay. You came up too close on your shot, by the way.
Yeah, I was listening in. It
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was definitely struggling to get an angle on that one because I was
Yeah.
too close.
Yeah, it looked like you kind of let off the boost because, like, I think you were probably going to crash in the net, but then obviously you didn't have the height. So, again, it's always something to keep in mind. Is just doing your best to let the play develop. Yep, we know what happens here. So let's review it. So I'm not going to throw shade at Gravity's mechanics because it is miles better than me. The only thing I feel like here is he boosted just basically right as he jumped off the wall. Like this looks like just trying to time something, but you're not going to get a really hard hit here. So maybe trying to boost, but I think like the ball's up at the top of the ceiling, so I don't know, like, I feel like it's just better off just trying to let it drop and then trying to do some nonsense here. Because the problem is, like, he misses. So, like, I mean, I think really, well, we'll get to Kiff, but I think it should be Kiff's ball. Like, this is fine from mid. Yeah, yep. So just point of interest for me, just like kind of stop. Just watch the creeping. Again, it's just giving yourself as much time to save the ball. Because the reason being is like I don't think like a desperate challenge would necessarily work out right away. So right. I just think you need the most time to try and save the ball.
Yeah. Being patient.
Yeah. And then like again, I think the same rules apply here. Like this looks like this looks like a breakdown in communication, but like even then again, I think this should be Kiff's ball.
Mm-hmm. It's just from Gravity's point of view, there's honestly no place that ball is going except middle.
Yeah.
And if no one's there to receive the pass, which there wasn't, it's just a bad hit.
Yeah.
To even try to go for it. Even if you think you can bang it, like it's a 50% chance it's gonna end terribly.
Yeah. I unfortunately just don't like the play.
I'm pretty sure I called him out for that for the hit he did.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Because at game 2, I was kind of just like sick of what was going on, and I got a bit upset.
Yeah, and like I'm not trying to pick on Grav again, but I just think like. So I do say like it's great that you have confidence in your abilities and to do everything, but like it is kind of sometimes a very fine line to walk. I think for Grav, if Grav's gonna play that, like I honestly think like he just needs to wait for the ball to come down so it's not up in the ceiling, because like any miss hit, like you have to kind of in a way strike that ball perfectly. Just because of like the point of contact was basically at the ceiling. And again, like kind of how I feel like it's like the person who could put the ball in the corner and buy time. Because like, again, Kip, you could have, if you touched it, like, weirdly, it still would have bounced off the corner. And like,
it wouldn't have went in front of the net.
Yeah.
We would have continued playing for a couple more seconds, at least.
And even with like some weird bounces, like if it hits a corner, like it just bounces down in this area. So like, I think the ball bouncing down here awkwardly rather than being out in front is a lot better. And like I think that's like some of the things until you can get those touches like 100%. You know, I wasn't a fan of the touch because like during the broadcast because it's just like man that ball's there's only one place that ball can go really. Um, and as you know, obviously out in front, unless hit perfectly, it basically has to skim the ceiling. So, yeah. I thought I renamed this. I did, and then I made a copy. Oh, I know why I made a copy. Hold on 1 second. Oh, let's see if this worked. Yeah, great. I know what I'm doing. Okay. So in this game, I'm going to say I was personally dismayed by the lack of urgency in the last 2 minutes. But we'll see how this plays out. Oh, that's rough. Because you know I have to check. Okay. It's not bad. So what? Grav's gonna put a shot on. So it drops a Grav. Woof. That weird temporary stack feels like it messed things up. I mean, neither one of you could have gotten that ball, but that's a rough miss. Plus, like I feel like goals are definitely at a premium in the series. Yeah. Gravity just honestly kind of looked like me there. But should be going. I don't know. Nice. Put to the side. One should have totally scored that, by the way. Because Grav did not get a good hit on that. That's fine. Alright, so what happened? So we'll just go through the team order. Okay. Okay. Let's grab. So just Let's see if there's a positioning. Yeah, I think for reference, welcome graph. Just kind of keep in the back of your mind. You can just like kind of slow down a little bit and just play the patient game and just kind of wait to see what happens. In part because obviously you're last person back, and Kiffy's kind of up a little bit. Because I think like so I think like just to show us in real time. Like I think you can just kind of coast a little bit. Like you don't necessarily have to be far post. Like all this is fine, but like I would just sort of slightly make sure that that ball gets away, just because of like just because that defender, not Rizzo, could cut that on midi, and just in case something weird doesn't happen, like because I think part of the problem why this is also missed touches, you end up carrying like a lot of speed out, so it's just like something to keep in mind. And then, okay, so just skates around one. Like, I don't necessarily mind that. Kiffy goes, okay, circles back, touch. So it goes under? No, pushes it to the side. Gets a favorable bounce. Okay. So then, just after that. So after the touch, gravity's gonna be, yeah, that's fine. Tries to come back. I don't think gravity could have been back in there anyways. So what happens to midi? Okay, so I don't mind necessarily laying this up. Bad time to check is right after you flip. Again, I'm not sure what can be done here, but like I think for future recovery, like I don't even know if I like going for mid, but I don't know like what's the better solution here. I don't like going for far. Like I think just turning back upfield. Granted, again, like you know, even if you like power slide and try to do something like this, or this, you probably wouldn't have made it back. But like I don't like the corner grab. I think it just should have been an immediate mid grab there.
Yeah, it was definitely a poor choice.
But Like, and I'm not. It's kind of like
Normally,
this is like really hard because it like in a way it just kind of starts off a miss hit, but like again it doesn't seem, sure it goes back, but it doesn't like seem that bad to me. Like I don't see this one. I don't actually know. Like I know there's obviously like things point out here that would have helped, but like on all this, like I even think like I think it's like I actually really love the challenge here. I think it's just actually like a really good hit by Wolverine here. Like yeah, like it's a really good hit. Doesn't hit the corner, like just it's gonna rebound straight out. I mean, even if it hit the corner, probably might have been slightly more favorable, but still, like I guess in like the minutia of game speed, like this stuff is gonna happen. Um, so like again, okay, I don't mind Kiffy's challenge, and like just you know, in the case of like Grav's hit, like I understand why that happened. Um, and I just kind of point out, just like maybe it's just sometimes best is just like slow down, take that extra quarter second or whatever. Um, but still, theoretically, all's not lost. Fortunately, that ball did not probably come out as hard as expected. Okay, yeah. So we get into another stack here. So comms. I might have challenged that, Nitty.
yeah, I remember being in that moment, and it was a choice between challenging early or waiting for catch, and then he had a really solid hit on a fast go. Wait, are you playing the replay right now, or is it frozen for me?
It might be frozen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not seeing any movement.
Okay. Let's go check.
Let me just
Discord.
leave and come back.
Oh, I remember this play. Could you view my perspective a little bit further back? I don't know if you already did.
Yeah, I'm getting there. This unfortunately might be a cut, but okay. So like this sort of feels like a cut, but like again, like
it's a cut.
I also think like comms would have
Yeah.
would have solved it.
Definitely remember me saying something. If anything that I remember, it was I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it.
I called that. I got it as well.
Okay, then
Well,
Well, at that
after.
point, it's who has the better hit.
yeah, I
Turning into the ball towards the wall or somebody that's already
With
there
low
to.
boost.
Yeah.
so again, like I am gonna say is like I understand. I'm going to fully say this. I understand completely both perspectives. Um, I would un- unfortunately I would probably say that yeah, unfortunately in this case, like it probably should be Kiffy's ball. And again, the reason is that just there's Kiffy has a lot more options. Um, and it goes like let me kind of just like where's Fly? So like Kiffy can sort of get the shot on net. Really, the problem is just because it's like two men in a corner, the diamond double stack, whatever. It's just like the only option Gravity has here is just to try and bang the ball like to here and hope Mitty gets it. Again, like I totally understand it, but I think like honestly in this case it really should be Kiffy's ball because Kiffy has just more options. Like he can kind of bang it in, through the corner, kind of put it off here, um, and that sort of thing. It's it's basically just that the, the defense the defense is going to have a lot harder time reacting to a harder shot coming in than just like a ball here because again it's like it would probably be a little bit different if you were if the ball was up here, then because you can take it out and when you're when gravity's up here somewhere in here like you have a lot more options. The problem is just like unfortunately it's just like you're very limited just because this ball's got to come out hard. So it's in a way it's really easy for the defense to kind of read. Um, so like again, just comms. We got to level one. It's now just kind of figuring it out from there. So. And by the way, Kiffy, I probably would have taken that rotation back as well. So good save. Why am I? Let's go back to face off. All right, let's try this again. Because I just want to see the director / broadcast rather than staying focused on someone since it's a team session. I don't mind that challenge. That's good. They just has all the makings of I thought the idiot opponent was going to hit it. I'll take that 50. If he looks like me out there trying to dribble, unfortunately. Because I want to go back to that. Yeah, it kind of looks like you're trying to. Well, I'll at least say do something with it, but like it kind of got caught. cut a little long.
Well, basically, I was waiting on the last person's touch, and since that last guy didn't actually get the touch, I had to then go down and try to catch it. Was not able to catch it, and just decided to go for a 50.
Okay.
And with a 50 here, I, was just expecting to kind of die right in front of net because I see that midi is very close. I can't get it to midi,
That's fair then. If you're
so I just
expecting
wanted to kind of die right in the net. That way, nobody's there. We can both get back. We'll be okay.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
There's a lot of stuff that runs through my head during a game, apparently.
No, that's fine. Alright, so... Okay, ball goes in the corner. That's unfortunate. There's nothing you can do there. I don't know what you could have done. I think I even said it's like, it's hard to anticipate your opponent dropping the ball right to you. So, yeah. This was...
In the end, I tried.
Yeah, like,
I did my best. That was hard to read.
That's, yeah, no, like, I just, like, wanted to see that. There's not much you can do there. It's kind of like playing the opponent to hit the ball, and they completely whiff it, and you're just like, well, I didn't expect that to happen. It's the same thing there, so it's fine. I don't mind that challenge, it's fine. A little dangerous defense. Okay. Nope. Okay, in the corner. So I'm going to look at these just a little bit harder because of everything. Just to make sure I'm satisfied. I don't know if I like turning, but again, down in distance. Like, that's... I think ultimately this is probably fine, like what Gravity's doing. I probably don't like it in a 0-0 game. But I think down to season on the line, I think trying to make something happen is fine there. Just because, like, obviously you need goals. Okay. I think unfortunately someone needs to be ready for that. So I know Kiffy's rotating. I don't have any issue with the placement. I just think someone does need to be there for that. I don't think like Kiffy can turn, so is my boy being harassed? Is that why he's not there? Let's find out. Yeah, so
It's a pretty wide turn for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, I could have stayed mid line more.
yeah. Yeah, you should. Again, so this goes back to like Gravity's play. Like, I think it's fine to sort of be a little conservative here if this is like game one, even if it's 1-0. But I think if it's 2-0, again, this goes back to kind of the boost pad lines. Is I think that you do need to sort of like you have to be aggressive here, and you because I think like you have to be here because it's like so just kind of to play is like you're getting out, so like theoretically, you know, like I think you might know Kif is over there. It's just yeah. So if you picked it up, like you might have saw the blue nameplate, but like I would kind of expect in this situation if I don't know where my teammates at, like Gravity is probably going to challenge because again, like you need a goal as quickly as possible. So I would be setting up my line, but um, also I would try and have ball cam on. And again, like you may have to take like a different, like in this case, a different cut. So you would probably want to do even like this.
Yeah, I think it's
And I
it's one like clearly I am rotating back third man here, but
like yeah,
it's
this
the
is
second flip that puts me out of position.
yeah. Again, like
So
I think this is a fine get out of there,
Mhm.
for under normal circumstances. But in here, it's like I think you just kind of probably want to steal some pads,
Mhm.
and like be here, like think about turning.
In hindsight, yeah, it's that flip there though. It's just way out of position because I could have been there for a challenge if I didn't flip.
Yeah,
Even if I didn't change where my pathing, I could have still been there for challenge.
I thought for sure Gravity had that, but I just well, I mean, okay. I mean, beat the whole team. Shit, that just
You can always
happens.
wait for rebound there.
I mean, yeah, probably brake checking a little bit. Probably would have helped.
Because they're not on the ball right away.
But, like, it cannot. Like, I could totally feel, like, in this case. So. So, if Gravity thinks not Rizzo is a lot closer than he is, then I totally get this.
Yeah.
It also just may be a case is you may just have to go for it, and if you get demoed, then oh well. But again, like I can totally see this just like trying to be fast, because you want to, because it's also like I've got to get the touch on this ball, so like I'm gonna throw the caveat here is that I totally think this is looking at through hindsight,
Yeah.
to whereas like maybe playing the rebound is just better, so you give up the second on the clock for the ball in the back of the net, but again I am totally sympathetic to the decisions that are being made here, because I I understand it's also like you're under the gun, you want to put it in the net, so it's like this is, we will call this nitpicking through replay. But like again, it's not. I mean, it sucks. The ball's not in the back of the net, but it's like obviously we're looking at the right side. So and then Grav ran out of boost, so was under it instead of on it. So, the thoughts. Rotations aside, like, I actually did not stop that video as much as I've had in the past, or just say, like, oh wow, there's another double commit. Which, I kind of consider as, like, already, like, high marks. So, I think, here's some of just kind of like the global takeaways.
Yeah.
And I am going to make this assumption, just based on kind of the tire fire that all the squads are in, and that everybody's going to go their separate ways, or rethink things at the very least. So we'll just go down the Discord order. Like I think for Grav, and again, I say this not to shit on him, because again, he has come a long way. Is just work on the rotations and threes, because I think you're kind of coming in near side through the ball a little bit way too much. Kind of, and also just kind of in the back pocket, just kind of for everyone is just, like you have good comms, but just make sure they're more clear, because there's a couple of times that you were stacked up. It's just kind of like, again, both two people kind of calling it, and again, for everyone, it's great that you have confidence in your skills, but someone has to have the foresight to kind of like sort of back off and recognize that they are in the worst position. But again, like it doesn't have it, like in a lot of videos, it's not happening as frequently as I have seen in other videos. So like I would definitely say that's like one of the good things is like actually having good comms is I don't see you guys double committing as much as the other teams. I think for Kif is like honestly like don't have the consistently inconsistent problems, which shockingly probably plagues the ranks, but like everything else is like really good. Like I love your defense, and I love your rotations, and maybe
that means a lot, Andrew. Thank you.
And I mean, maybe it's just like you're probably just kind of a better version of me, but you probably also need to figure out how to hit the ball.
Well, I would like to add in something. Before this game, I didn't really get too much practice in. I mean, before this game, I don't think all three of us really got too much practice in. So we did go into the series pretty cold, if I'm being completely honest. So a lot of my misses, I can at least blame on not being warm enough.
I shouldn't have played this match.
And with me not being warm enough, that caused me to miss the ball more and, just overall not make as good as touches as I normally would. Even looking back on this game, there's a lot of things that I can find myself doing wrong, but a lot of that is just chalked up to not being fully warmed up.
Yeah. And like, in a way that's going to happen. It just kind of sucks. It's being in playoffs, and and then like as for MIDI again, I feel you're really solid, but there's some weird. I'm not trying to mean this as a slam, but there's some like weird trying to play fast quirks that you have in there. With I'm just going to say it. It's called the MIDI flip. Um,
I
uh,
told MIDI all about the MIDI blip.
yeah, so trademark Hivy, but like, I just be really mindful of that. Like,
Yeah.
because there is a case of like, sometimes you really do need to to play slow in order to play fast sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Patience
then
and don't MIDI flip. That's what I'm taking
yeah,
away.
yeah, and then like obviously for everyone, just globally again, like start memorizing those pads, like and the lines, because like I think it improves team game, whether solo queuing or in IGL matches, if you're basically not unforgiven and going back for hundreds all the time. Um, it's it's sometimes it's just keeping up the offensive pressure, um, and you do it enough, you should eventually score, unless you shoot like me, which then means you'll never score. But that's also something else to keep in mind. And then just
Well, like
my
I said, I shouldn't have
random.
played the match.
What did you
I
say?
Yeah, I kind
I said I
of.
should not have played that match.
Oh,
Yeah, I like. So I sort of get that. Like so I'm going to. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily call it into leadership, but like some of the dumb stuff I've made throughout the years, in doing all this, like just starting people and not, even like most recently, like you look at the end result, and like you immediately start second guessing yourself. Um, I do think like I do agree with kind of like in a way dance with the one that brought you mentality um, for the playoffs. Um, Obviously, sometimes that's unavoidable. Like Scorpions had to start the Sins instead of Tate, I believe. But that's a part. Just like they've been playing together for a while, so that kind of helps. So it's kind of like what the regular season, like this scrims and practices and all that are for, or even just like getting together and just queuing casual and ranked. Um, but like and I that's part of the reason though for me why I also like wanted for clangers, even though it didn't work out. I wanted to put my best roster out there, and I benched myself theoretically for the playoff game um, for Beezy, and was going to start Unforgiven, Beezy, and Fint/Jordan. Um, and the reason being is that I just thought that would give the best chance for the team. So again, I can understand just rolling out this roster. Um, but in a way, it's like if the team, you know, it always sucks second guessing, and it's always just a really difficult decision to make. Um, so I could see it both ways, but honestly, if you're not feeling with it, you're not feeling it. Just go with your gut and sit. And like again, gravity. I sympathize because running a squad is fucking hard work sometimes, and like the hardest decision is actually figuring out what to do with yourself. Um, as someone who figured out it was much too late to kind of correct his team by benching himself, and then sort of ironically need to put himself back in for the playoffs, but failed to make both decisions correctly. So it's like there's always going to be second guessing. But I kind of do say is like if you do have subs, at the very least try and use them. I know there's always like the optimal time, or the optimal hours or whatever to try and get the main squad in, but like sometimes if you just if you just can't do it, you know, let let the subs play. Again, this week was going to be fucked up. So if this was the only night you guys could play, just based on your opponents and your schedules, then well, so be it.
Well, I didn't even want to play yesterday. The match wasn't supposed to be yesterday, but they couldn't play any other day
Yeah,
except for Thanksgiving.
yeah. Then I mean, that's just gonna like I'm just gonna say that's just gonna happen with open scheduling. Like there have been times it's just like, well, fuck, I have to play like this time, and I'm just gonna be honest. Like I wanted to play nothing but weekends because my intention was starting myself Unforgiven and Jordan, and half the time that didn't work out, and then I just decide, well, I'm just gonna sit around, and I'll just kind of start the team that has the best chance of winning based on volume of shots and chances of scoring. Um, so like, and I say is like if you did feel like you should have been playing, like even if you could play this night, you know, it might have, again, it just might have been best just to try and bite the bullet, and then whatever happens, happens. But it's like in a way, it's just like you can, you may still have the second decision. It's just like you guys lost anyways, and it's like, well, damn it, I should have started. But like, I think just for the future, if you're just off and you're just having a bad night, there's no sense in playing, and it's just like it's time to tap the sub and just say like, hey, I know this is kind of like short notice or whatever, or it's an hour before, but can you play instead of me? And because it's just like it's just not going to happen for me tonight. So again, that would be the terrible advice I would give. um, but like ultimately, like don't try and beat yourself up over it too much. Like again, speaking for experience, and just try and move on past this. It's a rough loss, but like you know, you're you guys still got the second round of the playoffs. Like you guys had a pretty good season, and there's you guys got some good things accomplished. Like and there's some stuff to take away, and just like file that away, and just get working on on the off season, and figuring out what you want to do, and what everybody wants to do, and how to go about doing it. Like again, don't dwell on the mistakes, because there's more mistakes down the road to lose sleep over. Again, if I say this half jokingly, but if you've seen me play, there's there's plenty of more mistakes to be had. So, but yeah, and again, even if going back to the VOD, don't take anything personally. I have a lot of pet peeves, because I hate randos that just think they're better than what they actually are, and everything they do drives me crazy. So, I think this comes with playing Rocket League as, an idiot defensive person for well over 3,500 hours, so I probably have a lot more different views, but, like, in a way, it's kind of like I would like to think that some of the stuff I'm preaching works, so but as always with anything, like if you disagree, I'd be more than happy to discuss in DM or in a private call or whatever, because like I'm pretty sure I'm not correct all the time, and heck, even this video I determined it's like I think this thing. Nope, this happened. I was completely wrong. So yeah. So I guess I'll open the floor up for questions if we have any. But otherwise, I'll just like turn you guys loose. Also, I'm open to saying that I completely suck, because that's partially true.
Well, I appreciate all the time spent on replay review, Ender. Really helped out.
You're welcome. Hopefully you guys will get something. Unfortunately, like, we didn't have a lot of good things to go over because I do like going over the good things. But unfortunately, this series was kind of a rock fight. Oh yeah. Hey, that's for my roommate. Yes. Give me a minute. My roommate's in my stream asking me if I want food. Yes, I do.
Well, thank you, Ender.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Like,
doing this.
again, like, to get into serious mode, like, whatever you guys decide to do, as club leadership, I will try my best to support. It's in a way kind of rough because we have a lot of people and we have a lot of moving parts, and everybody's kind of leveling up. So, like, I think we're gonna have at least one or two more tier 1 teams if you've got stuff crossed that threshold. So there's going to be a lot of kind of a lot of open spots. So just kind of correctly think everything through. Come to tryouts. But just kind of make sure that in a way you have a plan in place or have an idea of kind of like what you want to do, whether you want to run a team or not, or be on a team. I honestly will say is that one of the problems we do have is people. We have a dearth of, or not really a dearth of people who can captain. So if you're interested, again, come see me. I sort of know the ins and outs. Okay. If you don't want captain, that's fine too. But at some point, if there's a team without a captain, we will have to get out the dartboard. So I just want to prepare everyone for that, just in case that happens, because we've had throughout the 18 months we've been doing this, sometimes we have had to get a dartboard before. So just want to make everyone aware of that. But I guess with that, I need to get something to eat. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn you all loose.
Okay.
I will be back.
Good.
I will be back later tonight. Thank you all for putting up with me.
Thank you,
Ender.
I would like to end this by, I think we're probably going to be splitting off in our separate ways.
Okay, that's completely fine.
And I just wanted to end this by saying one good thing about everyone's playstyle.
Go for it.
Mitty,
Mm-hmm.
I love how smart you play. Absolutely enjoy it. And it was a pleasure having you in rotation and playing with you. So I just wanted to say thank you for that.
Thanks, kid.
Gravity, you always seem to be up for any play. And I love that. Because any pass that I put mid, you're definitely there and you have the determination to want to put that in the back of the net. So thank you, and I'm glad that I could be playing with you guys. And I enjoyed the season.
Yeah, and
Thank you
Kif.
for having me on the team.
Thank you for being such a reliable teammate and good rotator, and just making the gameplay that much easier. Just easy to adapt to the opponent's playstyle. Really helped this season.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Mitty.
All right. Well, good season, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good season all. Good luck in the off season. And again, hit me up if you have any questions. But we're gonna go ahead and end this and turn you all loose. So
Thank you again, Ender.
thank you. Thank you for showing up.
See ya.
Later.